Welcome back to FTB Infinity Expert Mode. I'm CZSurvivor, and today we're going to be working on the automation of the blood altar. Now, there's two ways you can automate stuff. You can either have it keep a stockpile of stuff or craft on demand. Now, to this point, I've not seen anyone do a crafting on demand system with the blood altar. There's probably someone who has, but I haven't seen any method, so I've got an idea to do it, and that's what we're going to be doing today. First of all, things that have happened around the base since last episode. I have finished off the recycler array, so now we're producing a lot more scrap. I also had to up my cobblestone production, but that was easy, just stuck a few more world interaction upgrades. Nothing's changed here, I do believe. Not. Yeah, we should be good. Right, so, and over here, I have started working on some automation to make some stuff in bees, but we'll talk more about that in the future, I think. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. So, let's get everything ready that we need for this, and then I'll be back. So, I also had another idea around the base. This also helps me save resources, is that I can use a formation plane to place cake. So that is done by auto-crafting cake into this ME interface here, which is on a separate network. Now, formation planes are a bit funky in the way they work. They work as a storage mechanism. So when items flow into a network, this is one of its storage places, much like a chest with a storage bus would function. So this block here is actually storage space. Yes, I know. So what's happening is the cake's going into the interface. The interface is saying, "Can you put this anywhere? Can it be put anywhere?" Well, yes, it can be put here. So that's how it works. It also gets me back this turtle, and I need a turtle. So here's the concept on how the system's going to go and work. So first of all, the computer's going to pull out any orb that's in there and store it in itself. Next of all, we're going to have the system craft things for the ME interface. So let's say we want to craft the regular slate. In comes a piece of arcane stone. The stone will go into here. The computer will then put the arcane stone in here. It will then log it that it's put arcane stone in and wait until the item inside the blood altar changes. It will then take the item out and put it back into the ME interface. Of which, if we're trying to craft a higher slate, the A interface will put it back into the computer and rinse and repeat. Nice and simple. I've just got to get that programmed and then we'll be good to go. So, after doing a considerable amount of testing and redesigning and the rain starting, which is fun, as you can see, a lot of testing, I have come up with this design, which is fully functional. I think may slightly break, you never know. So let's go over what we've got set up in the world. So first of all, we have a mini chest. This chest is for storing the blood orb during crafting. Over here we have an ME interface. This is the output interface where finished slate crafting goes. Here we have the ME interface for making the crafting request. So when I request, for example, this blank slate, an arcane stone will be put into this turtle, and that's where all the functionality of this system. Now that the rain subsided, let's get the system a little test run. So we'll make the system start and put the blood orb in, which is good, that's what we want. So let's put an arcane stone here, and it pushed the blood orb out into the mini chest, and the system is now crafting, as you can see. And we should see that this gets taken out and put into the ME interface in a short time. Yep, and there we go. Works perfectly. So let's have a look at the code. Now, moving on to the code, we first of all begin with declaring a bunch of variables. So first of all, it finds out where, we tell it where the altar is relative to the turtle, so the altar is in front of the turtle. Next of all, we tell the system where everything is relative to the blood altar, so the turtle, and the blood orb store. Then we give it the orb's name. I'll show you how to find that out in a second. And next of all, we get some basic info. So first of all, we get the info on the tank of the altar, basically how much life essence it can store. it works out the life cap, well, gets the life cap, and then works out a lower threshold. I decided 50% for say, hey, if we're lower than this, stop crafting, otherwise we may have a problem because we'll run out of blood. Next of all, the altar then, let's see, yep, altar then pulls the item out of the chest into here, and then gets the final piece of information, what item is in here. Then if we scroll down past all these functions, I'll explain how they work, we get onto the main program. I can delete that, I just did some testing and I don't need that anymore. Making my code more efficient, actually you there. So let's begin. First of all, it checks if there is not an orb in here. If there's not an orb in here, that means the system was in the middle of crafting something. For example, it has shut down mid-crafting, computer got turned off, server died, I don't know, something happened. So then it'll wait for the item to be crafted and then attempt to move the orb back into here, which it should do because this thing should be empty. Then the loop starts that will run forever until the computer gets shut down. It will check if there is an item in here. Basically, if there is no item in here, we'll have 0 in stock in the stack. But if there is an item, well, it needs to craft something. So then it'll check the tank to see whether it's got a capacity greater than 50%. If so, good, we're ready to craft. Then checks the item in here, pulls it out, checks the item in the altar, pulls it out, and then inserts the item from here for crafting. Then, once the crafting is done, it returns the orb back in. No. Then it makes the item here, sorry. Then it returns the item, then it puts the orb back in, and then waits until another item comes in. To get the name of your orb, you basically have your orb in here, and then we're going to go into the computer and type in lure. Then we're going to get lure prompt mode. So we tell the computer alt equals peripheral dot wrap front. This wraps the peripheral to the front. Then alter dot get stack in slot 1 of the altar. Helps if I actually type the right thing. And then we look for, through here, name equals, ignoring the speech marks, Archmage Blood Orb, and this will work with any of the orbs, so you have nothing to worry about. So copy that down, exit lure, and go change that. So if we return to editing Slate Maker, we'll have a look at the functions. So first of all, to begin with, we have the tank function. So the alt tank, it gets the info from the tank again. It then goes deeper into the info it gets and separates that into another section. It's a bit weird. Imagine it like it's a table within a table. That's the best way I can explain it. It's really confusing. And it only happens with tanks, not with items. I don't know why, but yes. So we're telling it to look in the first slot of the table. Okay, so while the amount in tank is less than the minimum sleep, it then re-gets all the information and checks if it's less. So it just loops until we have more than 50% in the tank in my case. Then we come over to the item function. So basically it checks if there's an orb in here. If so, pull the orb out, then make the item. I might not need that, I might be able to change something, but I'm just going to leave that in there because it functions. Next of all, we have the make, which gets called from here, where it will start making the item. Basically, here it just runs through the crafting, waits until the item no longer is the same as the original item. So first of all, it gets the original item name. It then keeps looping until the item name changes. And then once it's finished, pushes the item out. And then we get onto the main program, which is good to go. Did I not save this? I'm pretty sure I deleted that. Oh well, let's just get rid of that. That was some old code that I no longer need, which is good. So save, exit, and then you want to edit startup. Oh no, I said edit. Oh, never mind. Doing it that way. Startup, and put the name of the program in here. Slate. Make. That's what I called it, right? Slate. Make a. And there's an E there. Slate maker. Okay. So we should be good to go. So if I hold Control R and restart the computer, it should be running, which is very nice. So what I'm going to do now is paste bin the code. So there's me paste binning the code, and there is the paste bin. So to get the program, you put paste bin get that, and then put what you want to name the program after it in another space, and you will get the program. I'll put that down in the description as well. So now that we've got that done, I need to come up with something else to do. After doing a bit of research, I discovered we need a few things. So rune, let's spell it right. We need the rune of the orb. Basically, the rune of the orb increases the capacity that can be stored in your current orb. We need this because we need 50 million LP to start a ritual. Unfortunately, we only can store 10 million. So the rune of the orb is the next thing that we need. Now, everything we can do here, I can teach the system how to craft that, but we need to teach the system how to make prismarine. And prismarine shards is made from nether quartz with an alchemy catalyst, which I said I would never need. Turns out I need it. So it's time to craft one of the alchemy catalyst crafting systems. Basically a crafting system like that. So back in the set, to do is craft all the things we need for this. So first of all, we're going to go with some prismarine. We need 25 of these, like so. And whilst that's crafting, we also need 50 runes, but I've already crafted 2, so that means we need 48. As long as my math's done right. Oh, which shard do we have the most of? Okay, entropy's good enough to do. So what was it? It was 48, right. So let's get some prismarine, and I want to see whether this actually uses up the weak blood orbs. Hello? Rune of the orb. Do you actually need a different orb in the center? Oh, you need a powerful orb in the center. Right. Okay. I'm guessing the 2 exterior orbs get consumed. Oh, you'll be in the... we probably don't want to take that out whilst it's crafting. That is a mild problem. Let's just take that for now and see if we can actually perform this craft here. Oh, and it doesn't consume the weak blood orb? Nice. Wait, did it? No, it didn't. Okay, that'll make life much easier. Right, so here we go. We have it. The rune of the orb. We should get 25 out of this. Well, 24 plus the 5 that I had. And take that, put you away, and reinsert you into here. Then we need to replace some of these. So, where is my wand? You in my bag? Or are you actually over here? Because I left you over here. Need to create a way to get it in and out of the on its own automatically. Got an idea for that though. But let's take you out and replace these. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Nope. And 2 of you here. and switch back to that. Now if we get our division sigil, yep, our life essence is increasing again. So once we get 15 million, we should be good to go. What we're trying to do now is the coronation of the damned. So I've got a bunch of slates crafting so I can make, I forgot what it's called, ritual stones. But that's going to take a while. It's got, what, another 12 reinforced slates to make, and it needed a total of 128. So yeah, it's been around, actually 132, but it's nearly done. So what you saw me making down here was a bunch of simple catalysts, because we need a few other things as well. We need Aquilus, Aquasailor, I can't, let's see, Aquasailus. We need this, which is Aether and Infernus, plus a Nether Star, plus one more item which I forgot. What was it? Oh, and the weak activation crystal, which we have somewhere. I think it's in this bag. Yep. And we can now make our next item. Hopefully we can make it with this stuff. Yeah, we can. Which is, put you back. This is what we need to activate the ritual. We need to bind that to me. Yep. So next step is we need some crystal bell jars. So crystal bell jars, which require this stuff, which is not fun to make. We should have what we need next here as well. We need to combine this lot together to make a bunch of strengthened catalysts. We need 6 more. The recipe produces 2, which is nice. And then we need to make this. I'll show you how to make it in a second once this is done. Which is fractured bone, I believe. And then finally, to finish that off, we need to combine fractured bone with this stuff to produce what's it called? It's the something concentrated catalyst, which is good. So now we can make those crystal bell jars. So next fall we need 4 alchemical relays and an alchemic router. Yep. Like so. So we need some quartz rods, 1, 2, and I think that's everything we need. Yep, good. And we also need a bunch of the different, it's the incendium stuff and that kind of stuff. We need 8 different ones. We need Magicalus, Potentia, Incendium, Terra, Tenebrae, Sanctus, Aether, and Aquilus. Unfortunately, that's all we got time for today's episode. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, hit that like button. Got any comments, questions, drop them down in the comments section below. As soon as possible, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date, stay well, and Survivor out.
My life to get it right, know when to fight.